What's happening, you guys? Alright, hope everyone's doing good today. It is the 29th of August, Thursday morning, or actually afternoon here now, early afternoon, about a little bit after 1 p.m. We are in the Fort Worth area. Just got past downtown Fort Worth a few minutes ago, and we just got past Interstate 20 right now, heading southbound on I-35W. We got a bit of a delay here, it appears to be for a crash from what we can see on the map. We're going to be making a delivery to the place called Arcadia Cold Storage, which apparently is an Aldi affiliate of, here in Burleson, Texas. As you see there, we're 14 miles away. What are we doing, Tacoma? You getting ready to come over? Is that why you're leaving all that space and being a problem for that semi over there to your right? Yeah. How did I guess? Oh, I've got a wide load up ahead too. Okay. So let's get this, this whatever this mishap is dealt with. We'll zoom in on it. Like it clears up by that Northern Tool and Equipment location. Might clear up, I don't know, maybe just a little bit before that. Alta Mesa, not the same exit where no. No, it's one of these streets over here is where the Tyson plant is that I pick up loads from. I think it's right over here between Alta Mesa and that next one down. Because yeah, I'm seeing that Miller plant right there on the left. I want to say Tyson's down the street and on forget the name of that street. I don't think it's Oak Grove Road. It's a different one in between Oak Grove and Interstate. All right, let's see. We're here. Where did we get this load from, though? All right, we picked it up in Vernon, California. Got it at GT's Living Foods, so of course with that it's like a hill terrain type of load. Alright, now I got thrown off course there because I know there's different locations. I know of at least 3 or 4 different GT's Living Foods locations in Vernon. But I'm so used to going to the one on Bandini Boulevard. In fact, when I did that last vlog, I went right past the one that's on Bandini Boulevard. I even talked about, my next load's picking up right there, this big white building. Guess again. I didn't bother to look at anything. I'm just so hip to the routine there. I know get an empty skill ticket before I show up and all that. I get all the way there and then I give, and when before I even get a chance to give them my pickup number at the guard area, they're like, you're at the right location? I'm like, let me find out. So, and then I realized that my load assignment says to go to the District Boulevard location, which is on the other side of Atlantic Avenue, and just on the south side of the river right there. Or Aqueduct, whatever you want to call it. I think it's the LA River. I can't remember. But, and I've been there before. But I'm just so used to going to the one on Bandini that I'm just creature of habit, I guess. So that was one of my lessons. Read your damn load info. Especially something like that one. I know there's like 3 or 4 different locations of GTs there in town that we could be going to. Just kind of stupidly, and at that time of day, it should even be more of a clue that I might be at the wrong one, because the one on Bandini, whenever I go there, I almost always pick up in the evenings, not during the daytime. This one was an 11 o'clock pickup. So that should also been a clue to me, as I've been there enough. Like, every time I've ever been to that Bandini location, as far as I know, it's always been like 1800, 2000, or whatever, sometime in the evening like that. Although there was another Hirschbach there in the dock door when I went, when I kind of went cruising on through their dock area to leave. Alright, let's see what we got here. Neverman. Okay, yeah, see that street there on the left side, to our left? Right over there next to, I think right by that little river, stream thing, whatever it is, I can see on the map. Right over in that area is where the Tyson facility's at. It's normally starred, but because I have it in navigation mode and not just map mode, you can't see the star. But yeah, I know it's over here. Alright, anyway. So what else will we do between that last vlog and there? As I mentioned there in that other vlog, I made that delivery there at RW's Aunt or E&G Meats in Vernon. After I got done with that, I beelined right back over to San Bernardino, or the San Bernardino area, washed out my trailer, filled it up with fuel, went and dropped it back off in our drop yard, grabbed another load that was sitting in our drop yard to take over to Colton to deliver that one to Sam's Club. And, you know, I wasn't expecting that Sam's Club load to be as quick as it was. Like, I figured, yeah, I'll probably be there for at least a few hours, whatever. You know, I get there about an hour before I can check in, so I go to eat, grab a bite to eat from Carl's Jr. / Green Burrito. By the way, guys, so if you guys aren't from the area, Carl's Jr. restaurants, it's basically the West Coast version of Hardee's. It's the simple way to put it. But a lot of you guys who are, maybe are familiar more with Hardee's or even Carl's Jr. outside of California, but aren't, maybe not from California, might not be aware that Carl's Jr. restaurants also have a restaurant called Green Burrito. And it's you still order from right there at the same Carl's Jr. counter with the same Carl's Jr. staff there, but it's a special menu that's just nothing but Mexican food. Like I usually get the 5-piece chicken taquitos, and they have a few other little things there, like not much there. It's a very small menu, but it really caters to the demand that we have there in our area. So yeah, pretty much most California-based Carl's Jr. restaurants are going to see that. So I get an order of chicken taquitos. I sit down, and right when I take one bite of the first taquito, my wife calls me up, and I talk to her briefly, which I normally won't answer. I usually just say I'm eating, what's up, or something, but I went ahead and answered. Not like I have abundance of time. And she ends up telling me that she was going to go have dinner with her friend Lori that night at 6 o'clock. So I had my appointment at Sam's Club is at 4 o'clock. I figured, oh yeah, it's going to take me at least a couple hours to get unloaded, so we'll be done here by 6. I'll probably have to do the Cajon crawl to get back to the house. And because I was going to be going back to to Vernon the next morning, but I was like, I'm going to do my 10-hour break at home. Why wouldn't I? Especially after I spent a whole month nowhere even close to home. So, oh yeah, I'm going to get mine. So, yeah, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to be there too late to eat with them anyway, so no big deal. But no, actually, they ended up getting me unloaded pretty quickly. I was out of there by, I think, 4:45. Pretty quickly. And, before 5 o'clock, I was already rolling and on my way back to the house. And then even better, because it was a Sunday, traffic southbound Cajon Pass was heavy as shit like it always is. But going northbound, it was smooth. I didn't have any problems. I got up to, because where our new house is at, our new home is on the west side of town, so yeah, I'll still sometimes park over by Americold where I used to, but but I've also been parking the last couple times, so either at or close to the Pilot in Hesperia. And that particular night, I went ahead and parked. It was Sunday night. Worst time to be trying to show up at a truck stop in California in the evening there, because everybody's pre-staging for their Monday morning deliveries. So I ended up parking in the dirt lot across the street from the Arco gas station. That's across from Pilot. And I'm there at 5:30. And that was how quick and easy it was for me to get unloaded and back up the hill. Like, there was no way I was going to expect that to happen in a million years. But, surprise! I got hooked up. So, well, shit, like, I can't eat much. Like, I can eat, like, one meal a day. And otherwise, it's like I'll start having problems like bloating and food not going down. And, and, like... So, and then Lori and her husband both ended up going, and we all met up with them. We met up with them and to a place in Hesperia called Shebang. I'm like, Shebang? What the hell? Like, where is this freaking that freaking American Idol guy? Whatever his name is, Shebang, whatever, that guy who did that Ricky Martin song. That Asian guy. I can't remember his name, but it was so bad that it was like amusing. And I thought it was something along that line, and but then Lori was telling me it was some kind of a seafood place. And we get over there, and it says Louisiana something. I'm like, this might be seafood, but this is Cajun food more particularly. This isn't just. I mean, like seafood, I could be like having freaking halibut or I don't know, trout or tuna or salmon or something, anything along that line, or even swordfish. Who knows? That's my idea of a seafood place. But as soon as I get to the place and it says Louisiana or something, I'm like, this ain't just any seafood. This is Louisiana. This is Cajun food. So you're gonna find like po' boys and that kind of shit. But like, man, I kind of wish I hadn't eaten already, because like I'm gonna feel kind of weird just sitting there, just hanging out, socializing, and not having anything at all to eat. But it's like I already ate. I'm gonna have problems if I do try to eat. So I'm like, nah, let's not. And I've only done crab legs a couple times before. I don't mind the taste of it. But to me, because I don't know what I'm doing with it, to me it's not worth the effort to get to the meat, and it's not even a lot of meat that you get. So it's to me it's not even worth. It's a waste of time trying to get to the meat. I'd rather somebody else prepare it, put it in my sushi or something along that line. I don't know. And then shrimp, I'm not the biggest fan of shrimp. I'll eat shrimp, but I'm not the hugest fan of it. Where's this crash at? Okay, the left lane is closed up ahead though, so I mean it just seems like a lane closure, but maybe it's temporary. For this thing's showing a crash icon right about where my triangle is at. I just can't see around this oversized load to see what exactly it is going on up here. Yes, it's still there. Get out of my way already. Oh. Alright, so yeah, it was kind of awkward sitting there. I just had a beer and watched everybody else eat and socialize and stuff, and I was about, this ain't no damn accident. This looks like freaking guardrail repair or some shit. Or policing up a sign trailer. Something along that line. Alright. Anyway, yeah, that worked out good. And now I'm running on recaps. Between that the next day, after I picked it up on the 26th. So on the 27th and 28th were en route days, but I only had like 16 hours to work with between those 2 days and all. I had enough to run a full shift on the 27th, but then it was only going to be, if I did that, I was only going to be able to run like maybe half a shift the next day. So I went ahead and just kind of evened it out at like 8 plus hours per shift. And then it was, I ended up shutting down at the TA in Glen Rio, New Mexico, the one that used to be Russell's Travel Center. with about 30 minutes left on my 70-hour clock yesterday. Got rolling again early this morning. Stopped for a nap in Quanah, Texas at the Loves there. And like, man, and once again, I've been asked twice in the time that I've been here on this load if I was good for OTD. OTD means on-time delivery. Like, I had asked about it, I think when I was picking the load up, or after, I think the first day after I picked the load up, I'm like why do we keep worrying about this? It's like, and then this morning, I get asked again while I'm napping in Quanah. Now, mind you, Quanah is only 215 or so miles from Burleson, and my load is not due until 1700 this evening. And I took about a 3+ hour nap there, and you can see here it's about 1:20 p.m. right now. I'll be there about 1:30ish. So I'm going to be there 3.5 hours before my appointment time, from only that short distance away. And I had 6 hours on my 70-hour clock when I stopped in Quanah. So, like, you think? Like, I get that some drivers need to be, monitored 24/7, and some loads do run hot. No matter how good a driver you are, sometimes they do run hot where you absolutely do merit having closer attention paid to your load. But come on now, I'm 3.5 hour drive away, and I got 6 hours on my clock, and and I'm like, I got plenty of time to get over here. Like, let's have, and I'm not blaming my DM, because I know that she's being told to do this by somebody up above. So that would be my complaint to whoever's up above who's making this happen. What the hell speed do you think I'm running? 30 miles an hour? I don't think so. I'm not running 30. I can see where you'd have a concern about me being on time if I'm running 30 mile an hour pace, but that's not what pace I'm running. Now, even at 53 mile an hour pace, it should be, hey, that's not rocket science here. There's no problem here with my on-time status. And I'm always here on, I'm going to have to go around this oversized guy. It's just... It's just one of the frustrations that I have with that. Growing pains, I guess. It's, I've never had this many problems with people asking me if I was okay for OTD at JCT unless I legitimately was running hot on the load, or legitimately had an HOS concern that I may or may not have the hours needed to get there, even if I would otherwise be on time. So, I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm not going to sit there and bash on Hirschbach or the leadership at Hirschbach, because overall, I don't have anything to complain about. Overall, my miles are always getting used up. Okay, yeah, I did have an issue there with staying on the eastern U.S. that last month. I brought it up. Give them a chance to work out the issue now. It could just be individuals within the company not knowing what my wants and needs are, or it could just be, like I was saying, some cyclical thing that I just have to be more patient about. But this particular case, it's like, okay, this keeps happening. Now, like I mentioned, I've already had like 3 deliveries rescheduled to later times, because why? I don't know. But I was on time for all of them, and I could have easily delivered on time at the original appointment time. So, it's just, let's fix this issue. Give them a chance to fix it. Sometimes management, leadership, whatever, doesn't know that these kind of issues exist unless it gets brought up to them. So, and I know I know Brad and Richard are reasonable people. Brad, the owner of the company, Richard, the co-CEO. They're going to have their way. They're going to do things regardless, and some of it being dictated to them by the market or economic conditions, or industry, whatever in general, even insurance. But ultimately though, it's their barbecue. They're going to cook their barbecue their own way, and it's like either I like it or I don't. But there's ways I can maybe, hey, can we fix this so it's not quite as much of a nuisance for drivers like myself? Give them an opportunity to do that. I know they're reasonable people and they actually do care about drivers, to some degree. But they still have a business they have to run too. So, I'm going to give it that. I'll be open-minded on that. Anyway, let's see, we're 3.5 miles away. Something else I want to talk about here. I know this is going to be a little longer video than I expected. I wasn't expecting it to take that long to get through that traffic delay. You saw in there, I was only, should have only been like 21 minutes from where I started to showing up at the customer, and I have a feeling it's longer than that. Anyway, so something I noticed on the way down here. Coming down 287, where was that? Was I in between Wichita Falls and Rome, perhaps? Or was I on the other side of Wichita Falls? Whatever it was. Yeah, I was somewhere not far from there. I saw a U-Haul van going northbound with a trailer, like a car dolly trailer, with a car on it, and it was smoking. And of course I'm thinking, well, is that maybe the van's exhaust or something? But, as it's passing by, I realized, I don't think that's the van's exhaust. It looked like it's coming from the trailer's right side, and it's only one place that could be coming from, and that's the right side of the trailer's axle. In other words, the trailer, the bearing, or I don't know if I don't think those trailers have brakes on them, so might have been an axle bearing or something. It's smoking. I could very easily see it from the other side of the freeway or a highway, whatever. But this guy's still putting along, moseying along on the highway, totally oblivious to the fact that his damn trailer's smoking. Yeah, keep doing that, dude. Your trailer's gonna catch fire, and your car that you're hauling with it is also gonna catch fire. I guarantee it, if you're not paying attention. Yeah, it's natural for people to think, oh, I'm in the right lane, there's nobody to look for over there. Guess again, you know how many times I've been passed on the right shoulder by people? More than a few. And then also, that exact thing can happen there. Your brakes can smoke. Is this really the one I want? Yeah, Bethesda is the one that I want. So, because I do want to circle around that. When I scouted it in advance, and I know for sure I want to circle in from the south, just like it's showing there on that blue line there. So I know it's doing the exact route that I had already pre-planned on doing. Alright, so anyway, yeah, so I'm kind of curious if that guy's going to end up with a trailer fire and a car fire as well, because they're not paying attention to the right side mirror. And it also takes me back to another time I was, I think, deadheading across Donner Pass, heading westbound from the Reno area, going across towards Sacramento. And see this thing here? Yeah, I can come in handy. I hear, I have my radio on like always, and I hear somebody on the radio trying to get a hold of some guy, trying to tell him that his brakes are smoking. And we're not even to the brake check area yet. There's a mandatory brake check area over there, and that's before you even start getting to the. You gonna let me over? Yeah, I guess so. Cool, appreciate it. Yeah, but before you get into that 6% area, where the brake check area is at, it's almost all uphill with a few 4, maybe 5% downhill grades before you get to the brake check area. So I'm like, how the hell? This guy's smoking his brakes, and I heard the guy on the radio trying to get a hold of him for like 15 minutes. He kept trying, like, hey, I'm like, this guy's an idiot, or like, how do you going that long and not noticing your brakes are smoking? So I get over to the mandatory check area. I stop to go to do what I'm supposed to do there, and then not even a minute after I get parked there, I see that's this guy, this other trucker coming in with his brakes smoking right in front of me, and stopping short distance up ahead. And then right behind him was this hotshot driver who was apparently, looks like right here where this car is turning is where I want to turn. Yeah, high point. So I guess this cop's trying to light up this white car. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, though, yeah, he pulls up to the behind the guy, so I go up there as well, and then I think both me and the hotshot driver also come up with our fire extinguishers just in case, because you don't know. Which place is this? Core Premier. Looks like a newer facility. Yeah, then we end up telling him, because told him, hey, this guy's been trying to get a hold of you for at least 15 minutes. How do you not notice that? And, the guy wasn't looking in his mirrors. And then on top of that, we find out that he's not even the normal driver. I guess he only drives part-time, like I guess his cousin or brother, whoever it was, owns the company. It's a small company. And Arcadia, shipping and receiving. I heard there could be trucks parked over here, but they don't allow overnight parking, I know that, but where can I park and be out of the way? Can I do it at all? Well, anyway, we ended up having this guy separate from his trailer just in case, because it turned out it was this right side drive brakes that were smoking. So we told him, disconnect from your trailer and leave your brakes released. Shipping and receiving straight ahead. Do not. All right, so that's one way on that. Why would you have the? All right, so maybe we can stop right here on this end, on this area right here. I guess. Not ideal, but I don't see anything saying I can't park here, and it's not painted, so. And this is kind of a one-way road here, it seems, so I'm gonna go ahead and just park here. The Google reviews do suggest that you can check in early, but they'll charge you money to unload you early, from what I understand, so I'm not really inclined to want to do that. So I'll probably just go ahead and post-trip it right here, and whenever it's time, not like I'm going anywhere anyway, I can just creep my way in when it's time to get in there, and then, I don't know, find somewhere to bed down at the end here. But anyway, though, yeah, we told the guy separate from the trailer just in case the truck catches on fire. You're not going to lose your trailer and load as well. And I'm going to find out the guy's Jake brakes weren't even working. Yeah, and he knew that they weren't working. I'm like, but you're still running at speeds like a truck that has good functional Jake brakes will do. If you're going to be running down Donner Pass with no Jake brakes, you need to be going a lot slower than you're going. Like half that speed, if even that. That's dangerous. Trucks back in the day didn't have Jake brakes. Ask experienced drivers who have a lot more experience than me what it was like driving with no Jake brakes before they even had such a thing. And yeah, and they'll tell you they would what you call snub braking, pretty much. They would ride the brakes at a low pressure all the way down the hill and run at a low speed, like 15, 30 miles an hour, whatever it is, and so you don't overheat the brakes. All right, anyway, so yeah, we'll go ahead and get checked in here when we get a chance and see how this experience goes here in a bit, right? Alright guys, it is time to check in here. It's 4 o'clock now. We're going to follow Prime into the lot and see how this process goes. Creep our way in so I don't have to change that. Oh, okay. So there's a guard shack over here, and there's actually two buildings here. sure I'm going to clear that curb. Just barely. Arcadia cold storage appointments, keep left. So it's my first time here, and I mentioned this is some kind of, I guess, an Aldi Foods affiliate. I've been to some Aldi DCs before. It's kind of weird having one here because they got one up in Denton up on the other end of the Fort Worth area, up where I-35E and I-35W meet up, pretty close to there. Yeah, sure do.
You can do me a favor and fill out those 3 right there.
I hear door 15 on the radio.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've first time here. You want the doors open or closed or?
So only thing we need you to do is just slide your tandems to the rear. You can slide them down there if it makes it easier. After that, just back in with the doors closed, and then just take that paperwork down to that office by door 1. They'll hold on to it, and then they'll give you a call when you're unloaded.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go ahead and slide them right here. So. Slide tandems real quick. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, so we're going to dock in and leave the doors closed. So it's going to be real simple. I just waltz right in. We're going to dock in door 15, which is right next to this South Mill Champs guy over here. Apparently Tyson and Stevens Truck Transport do a lot here. Got 5 Stevens drop trailers in a row right here, and then a bunch more Tyson trailers. Alright. Now most people would want to wait until they're already lined up with the dock door to slide their tandems, but docking in with the tandems back is no different than with the tandems forward to me. It just start your setup turn a little later. That's it. Okay. Freaking wind. Alright, so yeah, I'll start my turn in 2 spots past instead of 1. Might need to go 3 actually, more than 2 because this is a narrow lane here with these guys parked like that. We're going to be a little bit late chasing it. Oh, not much. Yeah, look at them tandems. Those tires, the way they twist. Chase it in a hurry. I'm going to be late chasing. Oh, you stupid truck. Went out of, came out of creep mode on me when I turned all the way to the right. Okay, let's get the steer all the way to the left first before we start trying to chase it again. Okay, looks like we're good there. Bit of a pain in the ass to line it up when the tandems are back, I'll put it that way. Yeah, but we should be good there. more steer there. Oh, come on. Alright. Not exactly squared up right, but actually, let me fix that. If someone needs to dock into 14, I don't want my truck kind of extending in that direction and making it easier to get hit or something. They would have a straight back setup as long as things are just like they are, but you never know. Okay, so receiving office is over here to the left by door 1. So we'll be checking in and we'll see how things go here. It's 16:13 right now, or 4:13 in the afternoon, okay? Alright guys, we are done unloading here. It's right at 6 o'clock, just after 6 o'clock. I got the bills about, I don't know, about 10 minutes ago. Or whatever it took, or I was done unloading somewhere around there. I don't know if this is one way or if it does not matter, whatever. I might have to use the other lane back there on the other side of this building. I'll ask. Let's see if they point me like I need to go either way or something. Alright, yeah, I guess I'll just go this way. Not sure it matters. Pretty sure it doesn't, so we'll just go ahead and go. Alright, yeah, he's not coming out and yelling at me for not stopping. Alright, so what do we have going on next? Yeah, good question. I don't know. Okay, someone in the office, well, another driver in the office gave me the impression we cannot park here overnight, so I'm even here on this street. So I'm going to go ahead and go down to the Pilot that is like an exit or two down, whatever it is. I doubt I'll find parking there, but I can at least try. And if I don't, I can go ahead and go down to what's that, US 80... Too much bouncing around. US 67. Over by there, there's a few. There are a few places right over there that I can try as well. Over in Alvarado is what it's called. So we'll see how that goes. I don't have a pre-plan right now, and I only have 2:14 left on my 70-hour clock anyway. So even if I did, I'd like, yeah, where am I going today? So. I will tell you, I know for sure the next load is going back to California, though. How I know that is because I have a medical appointment coming up on the 3rd. So I have just enough time to get a load picked up, move it over there. Maybe, I don't know if I even have time to deliver it myself. I might have to drop it in the drop yard. Running on recap, so we also have that concern. So, tomorrow's the 30th, 31st, and 1st is what I have to work with, so I should easily be able to get it there on time. My DM knows I need something easy, ideally either deliver it in the early morning hours of the 2nd, because I have to do prep work, wink wink. Some of you guys might know what I mean by that. If you don't, I'll just tell you I'm a 50-year-old man. What do you think what kind of stuff I might need done at that age? Just as a precaution, you know, my medical history with cancer and all that, I don't want to screwball around with that. I'm not too thrilled about having the procedure done, but it is what it is. Kind of like the idea of being able to live longer, so if there is any kind of concern there, I'd rather know soon than before it's too late. Yeah, so that's what's going on. The other note, my computer is fixed. So when I got home, when I was on home time there, I was having a hard time fighting with it. And I don't remember if I mentioned it in my other vlogs that I was having issues with with that. But whatever the case, turned out I had one or both of the RAM modules that I bought were no good. And they were causing problems on the motherboard. And to make matters worse, when I went to flash the BIOS, had I had good RAM modules on there, wouldn't have been a problem. But when you got bad RAM modules and don't know it, and you try to flash the BIOS, oops, yeah, you end up with not so good results with the motherboard. Ended up screwing up the BIOS on the because the BIOS is embedded on the motherboard, and I think because I ended up taking it to Best Buy. It was like, you know, I got tired of fighting with it, and I don't have time to keep sitting here, and my wife kind of could use it, so. You son of a bitch. Anyway, yeah, I just went ahead and had them take a look at it, and they put known good RAM modules in the one that I brought to them, the computer, my built-up computer, brand new, and it wouldn't work. So then I think they tried wiping out the CMOS battery and reflashing the BIOS, couldn't get it to work, and then they put what they knew were known good RAM modules in my motherboard, and it still wasn't working. And then I think they tried putting my RAM modules in the known good motherboard. I think, I don't know. But oh, pilot's right there. I didn't even know I didn't even need to go down to it. I thought I was gonna have to go another exit down or something. Oh shit! All right, dude. How am I supposed to make my turn with you right there? I'm gonna be in your way until you back up. You need to back up. I'm not making this turn with your car where it's at. Fucking tried to tell you, ass. Alright, exactly. As we're watching the tandems, if I wasn't paying attention, I would have ran right into the front of her car. And just think, she was further forward before I even, before she backed up, and I still almost had, still would have hit her. Alright, so, yeah, I'll see if there's parking here. I don't know. I'm expecting I'll have to go down the road a little bit further and bed down somewhere else, and we'll, I don't know, we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, we'll, you know, whatever the case. Anyways, yeah, I had to get a new motherboard and new RAM modules for my computer. This is in bad shape here. So, yeah. We'll see how things go there. What is with this funky ass parking lot, anyway? I don't know that I'm going to find parking. Let's go ahead and fake scale and go through the lot, but I'm going to bet that I'm not going to find parking, but we'll find out. Now, we'll humor ourselves and see. If we do, I'll go ahead and end it with the truck backing, alright? If I don't, then, oh, well, no. Yeah, if I don't, then I'll just go ahead and end it here, and then go find me somewhere else to park offline, alright? It's not a very big lot. I've gotten I've stopped here for fuel before, I think, but that's about it. What's this over here? No, that's a drop trailer in it. Yeah, no surprise. Drop trailer there too. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna just go ahead and end this one, and I'll go down to the other exit. Or down to US 67 and see what I can muster up over there, okay? Alright, I will call this a day though. Anyway, my computer's ready to get picked up. My wife says got to go pick it up in about an hour or so. So, alright. That's the end of that story. I guess we'll talk to you all later. All right, we'll see you guys maybe on the next video, okay? Or on my next pickup, wherever it ends up being. All right, we'll see you guys.